My name is Caesar Lubangakene. I am a former candidate for MP Laroo Pece for Gulu East constituency in Gulu City. I want to reiterate that my withdrawal from the race was not due to negotiations or any meetings or intimidations or due to being bought off, like they say. Rather, it was a personal choice and a personal decision, having observed the political terrain in the constituency and having consulted broadly with many elders. And of course, in politics, you need blessings of elders. All the elders I spoke to encouraged me to rethink through this move. I spoke to my voters, I consulted with my agents, and I also consulted with my family members. And majority of them thought this is the time to redirect my energy in a different direction. So there was no negotiation, there was no bribe, or there was no change. I've not changed any political party. I was not bought off by anyone, as some people have been saying. I cannot be bought. I don't think I have any price. I don't have any price tag. I cannot be bought. I will continue to focus on community development. I will continue to bring out the policy issues in this constituency and in this sub-region of Acholi. I will continue with my youth empowerment initiatives. Leadership does not need one to only be in parliament. I am a leader in the community, and I will continue providing leadership in the capacity that I can. I only came to the race to get a platform to reach a wider audience, to provide leadership to the people in this region. So I will continue with my advocacy work in this region for the environment, for our youth, for our women, and for our region that is the poorest in this country called Uganda, according to government statistics from Uganda Bureau of Statistics. So my withdrawal should not be a main topic of discourse, as there are many issues that are still should be the focus. It should be policies and issues, not personalities.
Now,
in our politics.
You know, like in your consultation, did you see like you're not going to make it out because of the justice minister who entered the race?
We like the justice minister. He's one of the most prominent candidates. He's the most prominent candidate in the race. I think he will make a very good member of parliament. We also admire his political journey that he has moved. The whole country knows him. He's a born of this region. We admire him. I don't think his candidature is what determined my direction, but rather my personal commitments besides the other candidates. I am not sure about all the other candidates, but personally it was a personal decision after consultation with elders, after consultation with my families, after consultation with my voters, irrespective of any candidate in the race.
You mentioned earlier that you met Mao. What was your discussions about?
I met the Honorable Minister. The main areas of discussion was the policies. Since I was withdrawing, I wanted to table to him all the policies that I was standing on to make sure that they are included in his agenda, including youth empowerment, because as you know, the youth make up the majority of the voters in the register. They make up 67% of the registered voters among the 17 million voters in the EC register. The youth also make up the majority of the population in Uganda. According to the World Bank, 80% of the population is below the age of 35. Uganda has the second youngest population in the whole world. So I was bringing to him all these perspectives and issues that I was standing on to make sure he includes it in his platform and includes it in his agenda in case he is the eventual winner in this race. And many other issues. Of course, I also sought his counsel on my decision. I also sought his advice. But to be clear, I never got even 50 shillings from the Right Honorable Minister. And some people think politics is about money. Politics is not about money. Some of us are in politics for leadership, not for money. And in fact, we lose money in politics. We lose, we don't gain money in politics. So he did not offer me anything, to be very clear. He has not bribed me or bought me off, as some lazy people are writing in different platforms. It's not about money. Politics is about leadership, and leadership is a calling from God. It is not about money and that the money is what has destroyed our politics in Uganda, and all young people should be aware that politics is not about money, and elections are not won by only money. You need to have a good strategy, and for me it was a strategic move. Like a sheep takes 2 steps back. It doesn't take 2 steps back because it's afraid or because it is weak. It takes 2 steps back to gain the strength and then attack. I've only taken 2 steps back like a sheep which is going to attack. I'm only regaining strength to attack. I've not withdrawn completely from the politics of Acholi. I will remain in the discourse, and I will remain in the politics of this country until we can provide leadership and raise the standard of leadership in this sub-region of Acholi that we love very much.
Sounds quite surprising. When Mao was making his maiden campaign in Laroo, Pece, he mentioned that 4 people are going to pull out, and surprisingly we got to learn that you have pulled out. Is it a coincidence that he mentioned someone is going to pull out?
I have been consulting elders throughout this journey. I think I started consulting elders many months before even Norbert Mao nominated. My candidature is not based on Norbert Mao. But like I said, leadership needs blessings of the elders. So majority of the elders, most of the elders I spoke to, they were telling me to reconsider at this moment. So I'm only withdrawing from the race at this moment in time. And I hope to come back in the race in the future election, hopefully. And my candidature is not pegged on anyone or anybody. And to be clear, I respect the Honorable Minister Norbert Mao, and I wish him the best, just like all the candidates in the race. They are all well qualified, they are all my friends. I've engaged all of them. I've met Mao, Honorable Mao, I have met Honorable Tony Kitara, I've met Honorable Tony Kitara is the NRM candidate. I have also met with the FDC candidate Geoffrey Gumakech. I have met with the PPF candidate, I've met with the DF candidate Honorable Simon Okello. I have met with the independent candidates in the race, and even the UPC candidate Honorable Simon Opoka is my very good friend. I have met with all the candidates, and I met with all the candidates because they all offer leadership, and we should encourage all of them. But the final decision of who will lead this constituency lies in the hands of the voters. And like we say in Acholi, let them put them through the sieve, and then sieve them, or use the term the KK. You know, when you're willowing the flour, make sure that you get the finest grade of the flour, and that is the finest grade that we shall use to mingle our portion in Laroo, Pece. That is very smooth and fine, and it has no impurities. Let it be the finest grade, so the voters will sieve through the campaign manifestos of the different candidates, through their experience, through their work in the community. They will be able to pick the best candidate, and I believe the best candidate can win without my endorsement necessarily.
What's your message to your supporters who are prepared and perhaps were hopeful that you would be their representative, and perhaps right now they may be feeling a sense of betrayal? What do you have to tell them?
To my supporters, I am deeply grateful. Your love has not been in vain. You have supported me throughout this race. You have supported me in the last election, and you continue to support me, not because I have money, not because I am in a certain party, but because of me as an individual. And I would just like to thank you for that love. I don't want you to lose hope. We are just being strategic. Like I mentioned, the elders, we need to listen to our elders. We need to listen to our voters. We need to listen to the ground. If the ground is saying that this is not the time for us, we shall consider another time. Then we shall come back when we are better organized, when we are more prepared, when the ground is more fertile for us to germinate. We shall come back and we shall make sure that we win in this race. So I implore them to keep the hope alive, to look at the best candidate in this race, and then to support that candidate. I do not want to press them to vote for any candidate, because I know the best candidate is going to win this race, and we are going to support the best candidate at the right time, and we shall work with the best candidate to make sure they deliver on the promises that they are making for the people in this constituency. The most important thing is the issues facing our people, not personalities. Let us stick to the issues. Whoever is addressing the issues that are affecting us is who we should follow, not personalities, not money. Politics is not about money. It's useless to eat money in an election and then cry for 5 years when there's no service delivery, when your voices are not being heard. So let us focus on the people who are bringing out the issues the best, and who can stand on our issues and address our issues and then support that person to win this race.
The National Unity Platform Party presidential candidate is coming to this region on the 4th, starting with tomorrow. What's the level of preparation in this area as the spokesperson of the party within this region?
This region welcomes all candidates. I've seen some young people, confused young fellas, threatening other parties. Political parties are legally registered in Uganda. National Unity Platform is a legally registered political party entity in Uganda. Our constitution has allowed political parties. Uganda is in a multi-party dispensation. So it is important that we respect all political parties and the human rights of all Ugandans. Ugandans have the rights to associate with any political organization that they desire. So let us all welcome the National Unity Platform leaders as they come to campaign in this region. The Electoral Commission has provided them the dates and the regions they're supposed to be. Let us respect them and give them the space to come and also share with the people in this region their vision for Uganda. Just like we had the NRM candidate, President Yoweri Museveni, was here in the region. Let us come and hear all the candidates and all the different candidates who are coming. Let us welcome all of them. Let us only pray for restraint from the security forces. We do not need to see people die like we have seen in Iganga, where NUP supporters have been killed, or in Kampala. Let us make sure that this election is just another process in our democratization. Uganda is a democratic country. There is no other means of electing leaders besides voting, democracy. All the other methods are terrible. If it is a coup, if it is an uprising, if it is a rebellion, if it is a war, all other methods are horrible. And given the history of Uganda since independence, democracy is the only means that is peaceful that we need to protect with all our might. And this is not going to be the last government in power. There will be another government, because every kingdom has a sunset. There will be another government after NRM, and we should make sure that the most important thing is that every Ugandan should respect the rights of others, and the security forces should not be used to oppress other Ugandans. Let them also have their space. Let the voters decide